everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Today we have an exciting matchup between two teams looking to perform on a big stage. It's the Jaguars going up against the Lions.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for Amir Abdullah. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. Cut back to the left. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 65 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Detroit! Let's go! Green, 39! Green!
And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Following the fumble recovery, Schaefer had some room to work. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down. Schaefer. He finds Ross. Right side. It's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. From the gun, Schaefer. Going right side here, and that's complete. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go now.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw on 3rd down. Schaefer. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
No, check. Patriot. Let's go. 3-19.
On 4th down, Schaefer. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Paul Warlow. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On first down, Abdullah. And I think the ball's out. And the Jags grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, I was fortunate enough to call Amir Abdullah's first start in college. And his first start in the NFL with the Lions. And with the Lions, he turned the ball over in that first game. Fumbling was an issue in college, and it continued that way his first year in the NFL.
You mean you had a life before you met me?
Yeah, I didn't mean to bring that up. I wanted to keep that away, but yeah, I did.
I'll be in the corner quietly sobbing. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
To throw on second down. Schaefer. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
3rd down and 3. Operating from the gun. Schaefer into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they begin the drive with a duel. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So on 4th down, here's Sam Martin to punt it away for Detroit. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Now they run with Mixon. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schaefer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kerry Hyder, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Schaefer. And a hook up here to Allen Robinson. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Play action. It's Kaya. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And now running right through it. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. To Riddick. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. The second down run for Abdullah. Oh, now he bowls him over. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 18-yard line. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Throwing on third down, Kaya. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Forbath will put this one through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
To throw on second down, Schaefer. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To Mixon on the check down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. On 1st and 10, Schaefer looking to run past midfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ross. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. On 1st down, Schaefer. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From the gun, Schaefer going deep downfield for Ross. A swing pass caught. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 52 yards. Here's a run with Mixon. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what? And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Here's Myers now to kick it away. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 and what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. On 2nd down, here's Kaya. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Throwing on 1st down. Schaefer, he's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. on second down. Schaefer. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The final shot before break, Kaya. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit, as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Schaefer. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 36. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now Riddick. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Here's Kaya now on 2nd down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. 3rd down here. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now Kaya. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And Forbath will put this one through, and that'll bring them back within 4. A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Mixon, and he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd and 2, Schaefer, and that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right at the line of scrimmage. And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Leopard! Leopard! God! Leopard! Leopard! Let's go!
Again, it's Abdullah. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back.
Amir Abdullah, the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are in for 6. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schaefer. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And some room to roam that. It's a foot race. Kenneth Dixon. Touchdown, Jaguars. Kenneth Dixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Riddick. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
2nd down following the run. Now a give. This is Abdullah. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Abdullah running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. They go with Abdullah again. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And when he was at Nebraska, Abdullah was known to have some fumble issues.
I remember it well coming out in the draft. It was a big topic of conversation. Could that be cured? You know, why did he have the type of fumbles he had? It continues now. There has to be a heavy emphasis on it because he is a talented, talented player. If he keeps turning the ball over, we'll never know just how good he could be.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Schaefer. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. Schaefer looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Play action. Schaefer throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ross. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31. On 1st and 10, Schaefer throwing right, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
3 yards to go on 2nd down. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Ross. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when. And he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep winging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Touchdown, Jaguars. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
So out now come the Lions. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A toss to Abdullah. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll run here with Mixon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Looking to throw. Schaefer. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Allen Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And Detroit getting set to go now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Throwing is Kaya. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Getting late in the 4th now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. 12 yards is the pickup there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive, and when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. On the ground, it's Reddick. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Complete. He finds Braid. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The Lions on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Kaya looks to throw. Being chased out left. He can run. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coach is screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Kaya now to throw. And Tate's got it. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Now let's go. Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
Now a 1st down throw for Kaya. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. To throw on second down is Kaya. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jaguars, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.